Between Two Bridges, we're talking sports with the 412 for Animal. And Justin Rose is going to win the goddamn match.
Between Two Bridges, a business-to-business podcast. This episode is presented by Wash. Visit the new convenient pickup and drop-off location at 21 Brilliant Avenue in Aspinwall, or click pickupwashdeliver.com and see how easy it can be to do the wash. This episode is also brought to you by One Tom Plumber. Fast, reliable, affordable, 24/7 plumbing and drain cleaning services throughout the Pittsburgh area. Save this number, 412-307-7622.
All right, Between Two Bridges. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Ready as I'm going to be,
ready?
bud. If I fall asleep in the middle of the episode, you'll know why. Is
It's tax season, bro. 127.
that what it is? Okay.
All right. Well, we're back on this side of the studio.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Jerry's up. We have a guest tonight. Want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Francesca. I'm known as the 412 for Animal on social media, local influencer, and also cousin
Family.
of... Yeah, family.
in the house tonight. So, yeah, I've been watching since you had probably 6 followers.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to see your family no matter what they're doing. So...
Well, at least we have one Franny in the house that has some followers.
Yeah, I think I just went over like...
We're going to blow you guys up after this.
All right.
I went to, I think my business page went to like 600, which is so, as a business owner, you're like,
That's pretty
I
impressive.
don't
That is
care.
as a wash and dry laundry, that's pretty good.
There was a guy that posted a video that kind of put it into perspective that I saw. He was like, you might think, oh, I have 50 views, right? And then he put a picture of 50 people. And then he's like, oh, only 100 views, and then 100 people. Then 5,000 views is like a freaking concert venue.
Yeah.
20,000 is like PPG paints. So you think about the amount of people that are putting eyes on your stuff, And you had something that kind of really seemed to pop off was whenever the Steelers.
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on how that went down?
Yeah. So I have a woman cave in my basement. I'm lucky that the apartment that I'm renting happens to have a finished basement. So it was the perfect home for all of the memorabilia that I had collected throughout, just my life. Never really was hardcore collecting until probably 2020. And then I was just so bored and I was like, I need to do something with my life. So I'm on Facebook Marketplace, trying to figure out how I can support small businesses. I can buy art from this local artist, or this cute little shop has a couple knickknacks that I like, and really got into collecting things and created this woman cave. So I, made a video about it. It was so funny because it was just a random Thursday night. I was watching Thursday Night Football in my basement, and I was thinking, people always ask about this, but I've never done any content related to it. So I'm just walking around, filming some stuff, talking about, these are from local artists. This is from a local business. These are autographs from whenever I met, Neil Walker at a Get-Go event, random stuff like that. And I posted this video. All of a sudden, it just really takes off. Snoop Dogg shared it to his story. The Steelers reposted it. They said, this is a real fan, and Joey Porter commented on it, and it was just so awesome to be, kind of viral, recognized for something that was so authentically me. It wasn't just, a restaurant review or something. It was something that was so personal to who I am. And so it also was validating to see people think this is actually cool, and it's a big part of who I am. So once that took off, that put me up over the mark, and I hit 10,000 followers, and I've been doing this for almost 6 years now. And that was it. I mean, it's a slow process. You feel, does anyone care what I'm saying? I'm just droning on, and it's just the same couple people who comment, and then something like that happens, and you say, oh, okay, the reward comes with it. You just have to keep at it if it's something you like doing. And I love Pittsburgh. So they always say, pick something you're not going to get tired about, talking about.
Right. There's Corey Hyder. I don't know if he's the deviled eggs guy, blue collar deviled eggs. Have you seen that video?
No.
So he goes in and cleans houses for foreclosures. And he did a video, and when I explain it, you'll probably have seen it because it has millions of views. But he walks in, and he's like, I don't know, but this dude's favorite holiday, whatever it was, cooking deviled eggs, and he had like 3 million
Oh my gosh, yeah. I did
deviled
see
egg
that.
trays.
It was like hundreds of them.
And that dude, what happened was he would Snapchat his buddies all the time. And one of his buddies was like, start putting this on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he did, and he that's like him in a nutshell because he doesn't have to fake it.
Yeah.
He was on Shane Gillis and Matt's podcast. So now, like, same thing. Like, now everything he posts gets hundreds and hundreds of thousands and millions of views, you know? And it's like you said, like, we always say, like, post it. Just post it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be, like, award-winning posts.
Yeah.
Just, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, and whenever I started, there's this kind of unspoken pressure of thinking, oh, I'm a woman, I have to do beauty and fashion. Look at what I'm wearing. I'm literally wearing a grout fit and socks and sandals.
What did you call that? What did you call it?
A grout fit.
Because it's gray?
Gray outfit.
Man, we learned something.
I'm
new
grout
every
fitting.
day.
And so I'm clearly not going to be inspiring anyone's fashion choice unless it's how to just not care what you look like and be authentically yourself. So I knew that that was not going to be the route for me, but I still felt the pressure at first. Oh, I have to post this, I have to post that. And then I realized I could never sustain this. I don't care about this. I don't want to talk about it. I have to pick something that I'm never going to want to shut up about. I mean, 6 years later, I feel like I haven't even touched the surface of what I think about Pittsburgh and everything. So, I mean, I could talk forever, for years.
So what got you into sports?
Oh, so obviously our family, we know big sports family. And my favorite story is, so football is my number one sport. Like, I will watch any football team play anything. I'm not like gonna sit and watch a baseball game that the Pirates are not in. Like, that just doesn't do it for me. But for football, I love the sport. Every single game has high stakes because, you know, it's a short season. So whenever I was little, it was in 4th grade. So born at a great time because the Steelers, I was young, they were winning, things were good. The Big Ben era was beginning. And I was in 4th grade. It was the year that we went to the AFC Championship, lost to Tom Brady and the Patriots. And
I'm that much older than you. I was drinking at that age.
Well, that doesn't mean much, bud. You could have been 13.
I was in 5th grade.
Yeah. I was just like gutted when we lost the game. And it's so funny to think how intensely I felt about that. And my dad always says his favorite memory, that the moment he knew I was going to be into sports, was I was standing in the dining room. We have like that big archway between the dining room and the living room. My dad's in the living room watching the Steelers game. I don't know which game it was. And, you know, I was young. It wasn't like a whole, you know, we all have to sit down and watch it. I just, you know, kind of peeked around the corner, and there was a play, and, you know, it ended up, they didn't convert on 3rd down. And I leaned over the corner and I said, that means they have to kick the ball, right, Dad? And he was like, that's right, honey, you know, and he said, you knew even that young the rules. I just knew you cared. And then the next year we won Super Bowl 40. So how about that for a start to fandom?
That's pretty funny because that's right around the time me and your dad stopped talking about games, because he called me that year to ask me what I thought about Deuce Staley.
Oh,
And that might have been the last time me and him talked, because he had his own sports fan in the house. Oh. But yeah, no, that's Pittsburgh in a nutshell, though.
Yeah.
You know, like,
well, and
we
it's
do
like,
know the rules.
Oh yeah, it's like hanging the terrible towels up on the mantle. We got, you know, our little, you know, the candles, all the little tchotchkes and everything, our rituals that we do for all the games, and I just loved them ever since.
Like, Pittsburgh's a weird sports town because it's bandwagon fans, right? 100%. Like, I'm on the bandwagon right now with the Pirates.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. Raise the cone.
Yeah, I'm like, the cone is
Yeah.
iconic.
My
I'm like,
dog,
I need to buy a cone hat.
Yeah, fortunately, my dog got snipped, so I shot a video of me carrying Chance around with a cone on his head.
Yeah.
So, but like, that's just the way we are. And no, but it seems like when you go back to the Steelers, people live and die that sport. You know, I remember going to D.C. for Capitals Penguin games, like in Crosby, Ovechkin, Height. And they had an intermission where they would teach the fans the rules of hockey on the Jumbotron. And we're like, this dude was just yelling about a bad call. He doesn't even fucking know. They got to teach him in intermission what the rules are. Like, it's just built in Pittsburgh, kids.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, yeah. So, and I'm in the phase now with my son, like, trying to teach him. Like, it's hard because it's like, when you get 10, you're just gonna know this shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to teach you, you know.
Yeah.
But it's enjoyable. But yeah, your everybody's family in Pittsburgh. You know, our parents all grew up in the dynasty. You know, they won 4 Super Bowls growing up. So that's why Snoop Dogg's a Steeler fan, because he's our parents' age and they were winning Super Bowls. So you do all the sports though.
Oh yeah, big time. I haven't been to Bucco's game yet this year. I mean, obviously started out hot, swept, home opening weekend.
Yeah.
That was awesome to see. And, obviously keeping up with everything with Connor Griffin and all that. Crazy. I can't believe in 9 years, I'm like, I'm going to be 40 in 9 years. That's crazy. This guy has a contract that long.
Yeah, he's 19. Yeah. He's 9 years older than our kids. Like, what are you guys doing? Step it up.
Yeah.
Dude,
Look at this kid. He says, look how much further along he is. What are you doing?
It's a good thing to put in perspective for parents, though, that have 15-year-old kids that are still striking out 4 times in rec league. Like, quit signing them up for all these specialty things. Like, dude, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
To be one-off. You
Yeah.
know? Let your kids have fun.
Yeah, I thought about I always think about things like that, when you realize, oh, I just don't have that. And I danced, growing up. I was always, I did jazz and Irish tap and all this. And then I got to high school and I thought I'm not good enough at this to keep doing this in high school. And I just, gracefully bowed out of that chapter. I didn't have the it factor to dance competitively, and I didn't want to be that person who was really just, shaking it around in these little shimmery outfits. I mean, good for you guys. I mean, if that's your thing, that empowers you, but I realized, this ain't for me. I became the track manager, student council, all that, and I just, stepped away from all that.
There's so many parents that are just out there living vicariously through their kids. You know what I mean? Pushing their kids and trying to pretend like.
Well, shout out to her mom. She stepped away from all of it, and her mom still helps run the band.
I know.
Well, good.
Yeah, because my sister and I, we were both on the dance team in high school, and so I said I stepped away from dance, like drill team, so more, rigid movements, kick line type stuff, not like flowy creative. I have no grace. So we did that, and whenever my sister graduated, it was my 4 years, my sister's 4 years, and now my mom is, takes care of the drill team and the majorettes and the color guard and everything, and goes to all the events. And because she knows, she knows what me and my sister went through and how much dedication there is and how much, love there is for it. So she wanted to be that person to kind of be there to hype these girls up.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
Like, how many years has it been since Olivia graduated high school?
She graduated in 2018.
Wow.
She's still there.
Yeah.
So,
10 years. It's insane.
Volunteering?
She gets paid a little stipends.
she works for the district. So.
But, yeah.
So shout out to Aunt Kristen. So
Yeah.
we got both your parents in the mix, so I know they're gonna want to watch. So we got to get it out there.
Yeah.
So do you do work for the Steelers, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's interesting, and honestly, I kind of fell into it. I didn't even realize what I was creating at the time. I just thought, oh, I'm gonna get on Instagram and share my recommendations and share a little bit about my life. And then people start relating to you. They see you're not a super polished person. You're someone who will get on and just yap to people and talk about whatever, and they resonate with that realness. And so then I started getting attention from the sports teams in the city. I've worked with all 3 of the major ones. I recently just worked with the Riverhounds. Shout out Riverhounds. We're getting a new stadium for them.
We're a 4 major sport town now.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. And so these sports towns say, or not sports towns, sports teams, they see my woman cave, they realize I'm actually a truly dedicated fan, they want to get involved, they love that I'm a female voice for everything. So they said, let's bring you out to a game, shoot some content, just be you, be lifestyle. I posted a video from the Penguins game the other day, drinking out of one of their beer sticks, but instead of pouring beer in it, I poured a Surfside. So it wasn't bubbly. So there's no foam. Great. I'm like, see, now you don't have to worry about, waiting for the foam to go down. A little pro tip. And that did really well. People, that's relatable to all the hockey teams that have beer sticks at their games. And so the Penguins commented, they were like, innovation. So they want you to be real. They don't want you to be some cookie cutter person. So that just really resonated with the teams. They love my intense fandom and spirit. I go to these games, and every single time I get to do something, it feels crazy that it's me.
Yeah.
They took me down on the field before one of the games, and I just kept thinking, me? Like, it's just me. Are you guys sure?
What am I doing here?
Yeah, I'm like, am I important enough to be down here?
I'm always like, when are they going to throw the handcuffs on me?
Yeah. Well, it's so crazy, but it's also so nice that I don't have to censor myself to fit a mold, that the teams really appreciate someone being authentic. And you can tell whenever I'm at a sports game, I get real wound up. It's like a little intense, but I mean, I go to games by myself sometimes. Like I went to the playoff game, the Steelers game, sad ending, but I went by myself because my friends were like, we're not paying $300 for a ticket. I was like, oh, I'll go by myself. I'm just screaming in the crowd with some randoms. Why not?
That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing I miss about going to the games, because like I'm still screaming in my basement.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting the parent, Sarah's like,
yeah.
kids are sleeping. I'm like, especially whenever Luke missed a field goal. I mean, I'd take a lap. I ran out the side door of my house and took a lap because I knew I needed to expel some energy because I was about to wake up the whole neighborhood.
Well, and it's so exciting for me because I've heard all the stories of you, the road to Super Bowl 40 and how you went on the road for those games, and it was just insane. And I get so excited knowing that I, obviously not Super Bowl, but I get to experience kind of that hype in person. Like I was at that Ravens game.
Yeah.
We were like right on the edge, so we couldn't see like this way for the field goal, only this way. So we didn't even realize he missed it until we saw the end zone go nuts. And so that was just a memory that I'll hold on to forever. I mean, obviously it sucked because we ended up first round exit again, but to have that special electric moment and make my own memories, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's funny that you brought up that AFC Championship game because I had randomly things just end up on my kitchen island. Just random. And that ticket stub ended up there like a couple weeks ago. Like she was getting something else from somewhere. And I remember that just devastated me. Like it was bad. That was a bad situation. So
yeah.
Because if I recall right, Doug O'Brien missed 2 field goals in the game before that for the Jets. That we should have lost that game twice. And then we felt like we were destined to win. And then Tom Brady kicked the shit out of us.
Yeah.
And then they rolled the stage out in front of the bench there. And my stepdad's like, you ready to go? And I'm like, I'm yelling explicit things at Tom Brady. And Tom Brady looked at me and winked and said, I'll be back for the rest of your life to fucking ruin every chance you have to win a Super Bowl. And did exactly that.
Insane.
So. And I'm afraid that like he would come back out of retirement
if we ever came back.
if Rodgers comes back and we're like 15-0, Brady's gonna be like, "Hey, the Raiders quarterback got hurt and somehow beat us in the AFC Championship game." Like I would bet my house on Brady versus Steelers.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't. I did it the other way around the first time, so you learn from your mistakes. But yeah, so like that fandom has always been like
he's back. He's coming back.
Yeah, I had some incredible access to some games that throughout my life that I never thought I would. You know. Actually, Omar Khan was the reason behind it. So he was just a paper pusher for the Steelers back in the day, I guess.
Wow.
And he worked with the marketing team, and I knew somebody that was involved with marketing, and we would get road tickets through him, and we would sit in the 500 level with all the Steeler moms and wives, and it was terrible seats. And didn't get into a lot of fights though because we were kind of like segregated from everybody else, which was nice. But it's like it's just something like every year I say, you know, it's not going to matter that much to me this year. And then they kick the ball
roped
off,
in,
and then I'm texting him 3 minutes in, like, you kidding me?
Yeah.
5 minutes in and a 30-pack.
Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, we got to play in Super Bowl. We got a budget because we win game 1. You got a budget.
Well, this year, whenever we, obviously going to playoffs for the first time in a while, my dad says to me, if they make it a Super Bowl, I already talked to Mom. We're going to figure it out for you to go. I'm thinking, where are you two coming up with 10 grand for me to go to the Super Bowl? But it was like, as soon as the hope was alive, we were locked in.
It's wild. The song comes out.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, here we go.
Here we go.
Dude, and like, I'm sure bookies in Pittsburgh are like,
here we go.
Because, I mean.
Every Yinzer's going to be betting on the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And our grandmother, like, wasn't a bettor, you know what I mean? But during those Super Bowl runs, they knew, so they bet the Steelers all the time.
Yeah.
And in that Super Bowl 40 run, I bet the Steelers the whole way through.
It's one thing I've learned: you never bet.
With your heart.
I never bet on Pittsburgh. For or against?
Yeah.
Because it never pans out for me. Ever. Pitt, and it's not just the Steelers. Pitt, the Steelers, whether I bet for them or against them, I lose.
Bet the Steelers plus 3.5, they win by 2.5.
Yeah.
You're the only miserable person in the room.
It never works out for me. I had I bet one year I had a parlay, and it was like an old school. It was this place I used to hang out. They had like these slips of paper, and it was, I don't even know who ran it. It was just like these little slips of paper.
Sounds super reputable.
It was super reputable, and who knows? It was like, but it was like, and I was like, you know what? This week I think it was like a 10-game parlay, and I put like $20 on it, so I was gonna win. Like,
Yo, you already spent that money.
Listen.
Like, I'm in.
I was 9 wins in.
Wow.
The 10th game was a Steeler game.
We know how that landed for you.
Tom Brady showed up. Dagger.
And it was close. I was so mad.
That's
But I
so
lost.
rough.
So we got the fact that you're Pittsburgh.
Yes.
You're a Pittsburgh girl.
Big time.
So now you have something you're working on. It's I had to make a comment on one of your posts recently. I saw a Phillies hat.
Oh, I know. I got roasted.
I bet. So you're going to be doing something for the whole state.
Yes.
Why don't you tell our followers what's going on?
Yeah, so visit Pennsylvania. They're really trying to band the whole state together because we're having such a moment in sports history across the whole state. Last year we had the US Open in Oakmont. This year we have the NFL Draft in Pittsburgh. We also have the MLB All-Star Game in Philly at Citizens or City. I don't even know the name of the field. Yeah, so I promise I'm not a Phillies fan. We have the PGA Tour out near Philly at Aronimink, and we have the FIFA World Cup. Obviously, that's huge, you know?
Also in Philadelphia.
Yes, that'll be in Philly, and then they'll have fan activation zones in Pittsburgh, Scranton, Reading, and I think Harrisburg. So it'll be at Acrisure. It'll be a big fan activation where people can come watch the games, kind of just get in that spirit without having to make the trek out to Philly. And I think it's just, I'm so excited as a sports fan. I am hoping to make it out to Philly for the PGA Tour, maybe the MLB All-Star, but I think I'm going to be like in Pittsburgh for FIFA. It's going to be insane in Philly. I don't even think I can handle that. But basically just trying to hype up the state and hype up everyone that is not in the state and saying, you know, come here, look at all this cool stuff we got going on for sports. But also, we have a lot of cool stuff going on otherwise. Pennsylvania has cities. We have, you know, the Laurel Caverns just was announced as a state park. We have Erie. We have, you know, the countryside. We have tons of breweries, amazing sports culture, and we just want people to come and check out our state.
Right, and I think that's funny too, because people go on vacation and they're like, I wish we had this at home, and it's like, we do.
Yeah.
You just got to cross a bridge and drive 25 minutes.
I know.
Like, everybody talks about that, like, one beach town ice cream place, and it's like, have you been to Pages, dude?
Yeah.
Like, go to Pages.
People, like, worldwide, I've seen posts that are ranking, like, top 100 ice creams in the world, and Pages has made that list sometimes.
Yeah, it's legit. You've
Pages is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't sleep on Glenn's custard. But,
Yeah. Of course, we got to support local.
But Pages is like,
Yeah.
we went last year as a family for the first time. I've heard so many things about
How
it.
long was that line?
But it was a 35, 45-minute line with 2 kids, which is hard to explain. But I tell you what, once they got the ice cream, they were like, yep, it was worth it. But you get to read all the facts about how it blew up and stuff like that.
Yeah, and all the Turners and all
the
that.
And so it was awesome.
Well, and I always love waiting in that line with friends when there's dogs around. I love making a dog friend in the Pages line. And then you just have to have the commitment when you get to the front of, I'm going to order a sundae to eat now, and then I'm going to get one of those swirls and put it in the freezer when I get home.
And
you just got to double down.
Yeah, be ready to go. Like, when you get there, know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Just say it, live with your decision, and move on. But it was. The line wasn't as bad as the drive home through the South Side with 2 kids in a Bronco with a soft top back. Because I'm like, man, bullets are flying. We're taking one. We're just taking one.
We're taking one.
Like, we're not in the Pope Mobile here.
Yeah. Oh, the Pope Mobile.
So those things like irk me about Pittsburgh because there is a lot of shit to do. I mean, like so much. The problem is you're not on vacation. You have to work Monday through Friday. So like you don't get to just Tuesday afternoon hit up like the best sandwich shop in the world. You know?
Well, and I tell people there are so many things. I've lived here my whole life, and there's still things I haven't even done. I've never been to the Warhol Museum. which I mean, we're all right there,
Yeah.
like the pop art. It's less than 10 minutes from my apartment, and I have never been. Because, like you said, you're working, or there's a sporting event going on, or there's someone's birthday dinner, or someone's baby shower, or bridal shower, or wedding, or something, and there's always something going on. You don't have just like that unwind time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that irks me when people are, because Pittsburgh's actually a pretty city. I mean,
Yeah.
we have all the views that you could ever want. We have all the local things that you could ever want. There's a ton of artists. You know, with Sarah's shop, like I've been paying attention more to like people that are making stuff locally. There's a ton of people that make stuff. You can do anything you want in Pittsburgh.
Oh, for sure.
Except for parasailing, but I've seen those videos too, and I don't want to parasail. Like, dude, that would be me. Like, I'd be the dude that gets cut loose because the windstorm came. And I would
Get ugly real fast.
Yeah. And so you'll not go to Philly for all those events then?
No.
Well, that's nice because that's a lot of time in Philly.
Oh yeah. Well, it was my first time in Philly. Was just last week for this pep rally for the Visit PA Playmakers, and I had a really good time. I didn't realize how good of a time I was gonna have. I didn't really know what to expect out of Philly. I knew it was a bigger city. Obviously, it's like top 6 in population size or something in the U.S. So I knew it was big, but I didn't know like what the vibes were. I've heard, you hear, oh, Philly sucks, but we live in Pittsburgh, so it's like, does Philly suck, or are we just saying that?
It's just like
I
Cleveland.
think a lot of it's
Cleveland actually sucks. I've been to Cleveland. I got food poisoning. I don't mess with that place.
I actually like Cleveland.
Nah, not for me.
You don't feel it, huh?
Nah, not for me. Not feeling that magic.
That food poisoning may have been the problem there.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. I got taken out bad by their precious Winking Lizard Tavern. Horrible.
Yeah, maybe just stay away from that place.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could go to somewhere called the Winking Lizard. It sounds like you're going to get
tough.
food poisoning.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, I had sliders, and it was not it.
Undercooked
Down bad
sliders.
for 2 days. Yeah, it was no good. But yeah, I mean, Philly was great though. But yeah, I did go to the Phillies game as a guest to Visit PA. They gave us Phillies hats, and some of the past Phillies players, Dickie Knowles was there. He signed my hat. He said, "You want me to sign that?" I said, "I'm sorry, sir. I don't know who you are. I'm not a Phillies fan." He said, "I'm Dickie Knowles." I'm like,
Still don't know.
I don't know though. So he signed my hat, so that was cool.
Like, my dad probably really hated you.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
Like,
cool.
I know Tug McGraw. Is he here?
So I was like, I mean, I know who Bryce Harper is, but I don't think he's gonna come up here and sign my hat. So whatever. But it was fun for the fanfare of it, but I'm a Pittsburgh girl for sure.
Did you do anything with Visit Pittsburgh, or did you just skip right to Visit PA?
So I've done a lot with Visit Pittsburgh. I'm actually going to be working with them for the draft.
Okay.
I'm very excited about that. There's so many cool things that are about to be happening. So I will be sharing a lot of that on my page for the fan activations down in the actual footprint of the draft, and then all the activation zones downtown and the surrounding areas. So I work with them on more hyper-local stuff. But for Visit PA, they wanted a couple faces from Pittsburgh to kind of tie together the whole state's thing. So I've worked with the governor a couple times.
Yeah,
So
Little League World Series, I saw that
yeah,
post.
that was awesome. That's every year in Williamsport. So that's like a bonus sporting event this year.
Well, that'll be part of your thing for Visit PA then? You'll go to there?
Yeah, I went last year. It was like very interesting, and it was so funny. One of my contacts said, "It's a great time. Come out. We'll get you on the field, have you walk through the dugouts, check it out and everything. Make sure you leave before the game ends." And I'm thinking, what? Okay, why?
We're from Pittsburgh. We don't leave until the game's over.
He said, well, at the end of this game, there will be a team of little kids that lost, and it is devastating to watch these kids get so upset. They're crying, their parents are MFing this and that. He said, you think that these kids might seem cocky? You should meet their parents. These parents are crazy.
Did you listen or did you stay?
Oh no, I left. I did.
Okay.
I left in the 7th inning, and the U.S. ended up losing. Our I think it was mid-mountain, some mountain team. It was like based out near Colorado, and we ended up losing. So for the best.
Great if you just ran past them. You're like, now to interview the winners.
Yeah.
So what all will you be doing for the draft?
So I will be doing a lot of coverage about kind of draft guides, like what you can expect for experiences. I posted a video last week. There were a bunch of musical performances that were announced down in the North Shore. There's ones that are sanctioned by the NFL. There are ones that are just hosted by local businesses down in Pittsburgh. There are some that are outdoor, some that are indoor, daytime, late night. There's so much going on. People have no idea what's happening. Yeah. So people reach out to me, which tickets did you get? Did you get tickets for this? I said, those are not the same thing. You know, Steve Aoki's performing here at noon and the next day here at 8 p.m. and all this. So basically just kind of walking people through all of the information that's being spit at us, because it is coming in heavy. I mean, my DMs are insane with people. We'd love to have you promote this and this and this. And I'm one person and I also have a full-time job, you know. So basically just trying to compile all that information to make it a more seamless experience for people.
What's the coolest thing you've heard so far?
I mean, I'm pretty pumped about Steve Aoki. I think that's going to be sick. I saw him the night before the world shut down from COVID. It was his last show that before everything got canceled, that Sunday night at Stage AE. And he has a song called Cake, and he will throw sheet cakes into the audience at people. And we call it getting caked. So I think he's going to do a little bit of that. So I am really excited to be in that environment and see him just wailing sheet cakes at people.
I'll give you a stack of business cards.
Yeah. Just start raining around.
And now a brief word from our sponsors. You've got a full plate. Kids, meetings, workouts, side hustles. There's better things to do than laundry. Introducing Wash, laundry reimagined for the modern world. Schedule your pickup in seconds via the convenient web app. Wash picks up your clothes, cleans with care, and brings them back fresh and ready to wear. But it's more than garments. From bedding and table linens to shoes, hats, purses, and more. Wash handles all your life's fabric, leaving you more time for life. Visit pickupwashdeliver.com to see how convenient it can be to do the wash. This episode is also presented by One Tom Plumber. At One Tom Plumber, in-house licensed plumbers bring rapid response and expert solutions straight to your home or business. Whether it's an emergency or routine plumbing service, they're your one call 24/7 to clear the problem and restore comfort. Trusted across Pittsburgh and surrounding communities with transparent pricing, respectful service, and true reliability. Save this number for when you need it most. 412-307-7622. That's 412-307-7622. Or visit BetweenTwoBridgesPodcast.com/support. And now, back to the show.
That's kind of what I think's weird about it. Like when the U.S. Open, we talked about this before, when the U.S. Open was coming to Pittsburgh, it seemed like everybody knew what was going on. How it was going to play, where it was going to be, what was going to be going on. With the draft, it seems like this is going to air a week before the draft, right? This will be set 8 days before the draft. The clock will say 8 on it.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of information unbeknownst to people. Like, you kind of got to just take it in. You know?
Yeah. Well, and it's been awesome to watch some of the local photographers that have those drone shots of, you know, the stage being set up and kind of just updates on what is happening in the North Shore. I mean, I'm going to the Pirates game next Friday, and I'm thinking, how am I going to get there? What's the transportation going to be like? I don't even know what North Shore is going to look like at that point. So being able to see the people who do have the drone shots up, that's been great.
Yeah, and I've heard that there's a lot of issues down there for Pirate games because there's a lot of parking that's gone now.
Yes, because the
Gold Lot's completely covered with the stage now.
Yeah, so I'm like Uber Nation out here for the Pirates game.
Log in and create an Uber account.
I can't even imagine. I mean, I've seen the rates that some of these Airbnbs and stuff are going for. I can't even imagine what Uber's surcharging. And it's honestly going to suck for drivers because Uber's going to take a lot of that money. Yeah. And you know they will. And it's going
to be like the open where you're only going to be able to drop people off at a certain spot and pick people. It's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
You're going to spend most of the weekend just sitting in traffic.
Yeah. I literally said, am I about to buy a bike? Like, I think I need to get a bike. I could bike downtown in like 15 minutes probably. Dude. Yeah,
take out right up the river.
Get a pontoon.
Yeah, because you're in Lawrenceville. You're like 4 blocks from the river.
Just plop right down.
Honestly, if you got a pontoon
and just shuttle people
up and down the river, you could pay for that.
There will be people doing that.
You could pay for that pontoon boat
in that
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might close the locks down though because of security. That's the other thing. Like, it's all fun and games to talk sports, and this is a lighthearted podcast. But like, we are at war right now. I mean, ceasefire or not, there is going to be a heightened amount of security there.
Yeah.
It's true.
Absolutely. Well, and my friend's in Japan right now, and she texted us yesterday and was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Do you feel safe?" And she's like, "I honestly feel better being in Japan than I would in America."
Yeah, I mean, I don't fear that we would get bombed here, but like, it wouldn't be like Iran's military wouldn't bomb us, but it would be some wacko that walks into a bus shelter, the one bus shelter in Pittsburgh, and blows the train up, you know? So there's going to be ass loads of security. I mean, Fetterman's asking for it, but all in all, it's going to be one of those things where when you're a kid, you don't appreciate Pittsburgh. People still don't appreciate. It's going to showcase our city. I mean, every TV that you turn on for that weekend is going to have shots from Pittsburgh.
And one thing so when I watched the draft last year, knowing that it would be here, I was looking and thinking, Green Bay looks like not great. Like, this looks like pretty dingy. Like, it just wasn't the vibe. And I just kept thinking, Pittsburgh is going to look so good.
Yeah.
Like, our yellow, all the pops of color, it's just going to look so good.
It's like companies coming over, turn all the lights on downtown.
Come on, everyone.
Take the plastic off the furniture. We're getting loose here.
Bro, yeah, I was down there last week or this past week. I had to meet with a client, and they've done a lot to clean up downtown, and they're doing a lot of work down there, and I hope that they continue. You know,
it's not
they've
like
done
Blazing Saddles though, where like they just put up a false front.
Yeah.
Behind it's just Munhall.
Yeah.
It's like shit.
Now, I haven't been down to Market Square. I don't know what it looks like with the new installation and everything, but people say
that's where I was.
Yeah,
they've
is
done
it
a
looking
lot.
good?
Yeah, they've done a lot down there. They're still working on it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like flipping a house. They're gonna be painting the last pillar.
Yeah.
Pick number 1's coming in.
Yeah.
And I heard that number 1 pick is not coming.
I'm devastated.
Yeah, what's that chooch's name?
Fernando Mendoza.
Well, he's not coming?
He's not coming to Pittsburgh.
He's staying with his family in Florida.
So
I mean, respect, I get it. His mom's,
hope he slides.
You know. I was like, I just kept manifesting. Anytime I told someone I was going to the draft, I'm manifesting meeting Fernando Mendoza. I think it's going to happen for me. Somehow I will be at the right place at the right time, and I'm going to meet him. And
I think that.
No.
I mean, he's consensus number 1, but Oakland signed Kirk Cousins, and you know he's not a team player. Doesn't want to come to Pittsburgh. Maybe they won't pick him.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll fall. Wouldn't that be some shit?
That would be insane.
He does the old slide down the board, the Shedeur Sanders.
I was going to say the old Shedeur.
Now with the 22nd pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers take the jag off. It's not here. Like, see you tomorrow, jerk.
I'm really interested to see. I mean, since we have the most picks, 12 picks, and to see with McCarthy, like if that's going to change their strategy at all. I know he's, not the one making all the final calls, but definitely going to be making a difference.
That's one thing we didn't we kind of touched on, but your sports too. It's not like she just has favorite players. Yeah. Like 52's got a nice tush. Yeah. She knows 52 is a little slow as a pulling guard and he should be cut.
Yeah.
But so the draft is going to be, I mean, I'm looking forward to it as a Pittsburgher.
Yeah.
And as a business owner, I'm hoping to get some more work out of the deal. I've been in talks with some things, but it's just like when the Open came, it's going to be last minute and I'm going to have to work, and it is what it is. If it pays the bills, it pays the bills.
Yeah.
So for the Open, I had a security badge with all access. I could go anywhere, other than playing golf. I could go anywhere. And
you tried, but you had your golf bag with you.
Yeah. I was like, it's just for the accessories, but it's part of the outfit. But then you get caught up in the work part of it, and you're like, shit, man, I really wish I could have enjoyed more of that. So you're gonna have to balance that a little bit with your obligations.
And my friend, we've already said we both are doing a lot of content because I'll be working with Visit Pittsburgh and Visit PA for content. So splitting my time between those two while also still trying to enjoy draft. And obviously I'm gonna have access to some things that I don't get a +1 for. It's just going to be me and other people who have that access, which is great. I have friends in the same, realm as me with this access, but it is kind of a bummer that there will be some times where okay, do I want to go and hang out with my friends for this show, or do I want to get that up close front view?
Take that up close front view. Your friends will be there next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat to be involved with anything that big. And then for your, like, you think of this as a career, I'm sure, like you do have a full-time job, but this is what you want to do. And, you know, this could open avenues for next year's draft.
Oh yeah, well, and it's going to be in DC, so like that is super realistic that that would be something that I could be involved in.
Right.
Whereas it's not in Arizona or California, something just unattainable. I could drive into DC.
Maybe you might have the Port Authority down there too, because parking's a bitch down there too.
Yeah.
Like for the PGA and stuff like that, you could just go, right? So
yeah, so I had talked with some of the people, and they're trying to figure out what events they want me to be at for Visit PA as a playmaker. So we're still working out details on which specific events I'll be at, but I would really, like to be out there for that. I loved the U.S. Open, had an absolute blast with the tourism team for the state, and I didn't realize how entertaining golf is to watch in person. You know, you watch it online or not online, but online or TV, and it's fun and you have a good time, especially at the end whenever things start to really count or when someone has like a birdie or something. But watching it in person and feeling that energy of the players and watching them walk after, they just hit an amazing stroke or a horrible one, you can feel it.
Right.
And it's crazy because you wouldn't think like golf's such a chill sport. But the emotions are high.
I've always thought that it's wild how like someone could hit the best shot, crowd goes crazy, and 11 seconds later when the next guy's over the ball, pin drop. It's like that's the roller coaster that I see when in live golf it's wild.
Yeah.
Like in Tiger, we saw Tiger at Firestone in his height, and like to see those crowds around that man was like,
I can't even imagine.
He would like take a divot with his shot and people would run out and grab it.
Yeah.
It was just wild to see like people in their 50s, 60s, 70s were just like taken back by that guy. You know? I mean, now he's taken back by that guy also now. One of the local videos, I think it was Bill Crawford. He was like, "Man, good thing Tiger didn't live in Pittsburgh. I'd have liked to seen him navigate the Parkway." Like,
oh gosh, man, that's
it's
crazy.
a fall from grace a little bit, but
So your goal is to eventually be a full-time content creator?
I would love that. Unfortunately, in America, we don't get free health insurance. So
how far
really
off?
The goal is find a husband who can get me health insurance and then do this full time.
How far
that's
off
why you're
do you
bummed
think?
out he didn't come.
Yeah.
How far off do you think you are from being able to do that?
I'd like to say realistic. If I'm being realistic, I think that the draft is really going to bump my audience and reach a significant amount. So I'd like to say in the next 2 years, I think it's a very feasible thing. Maybe in 2 years I'll have a husband. Who knows? But that's the thing that it really is about.
Take
is
it
for me
easy
is
now.
that
I've had weddings to go to for the last
all
2
of our cousins
years.
are getting
all right.
married, but for me it's really the healthcare aspect of it. Not as much as I know I can make up the money. I know if I need to cut back on things I can. I just get nervous about paying out of pocket for healthcare and making sure I have a good level of healthcare. Unfortunately. Ugh. But
Yeah, they should start an influencers health network.
right, that would do so well.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, I never would have thought 6 years ago that this would turn into anything. I started my blog because COVID was happening, and then I fell into a fire pit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how it all happened. I fell into a fire pit at my friend's camp, could not do anything for month and a half, couldn't go out in public because I couldn't wear a bra. My whole back was burned, 3rd-degree burns, laid up in bed, could barely walk up and down the stairs to go to the bathroom. And I'm sitting in my room. I'm such an extrovert and it's COVID. I'm ready to freaking lose my mind. I need an outlet. So I'm on social media. Hey, everyone, got any questions? What's going on? What's everyone's life like? And that's when I started, like I said, looking into more of the collectibles around Pittsburgh, some of the small businesses. And I think, these are really cool things. I want to tell more people about this. Then I started my website in September of 2020, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Such a good name too.
Yeah.
Yeah. my buddy Brandon, shout out Omer, he was like, dude, why didn't you think of that? He was like, you were the Ferranimal, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they called me Ferrantini at times, but what's in a Ferrantini? Frank said Iron City beer and Gold Lot 1 water was a Ferrantini.
Yep, and whenever I was in college, it was a running joke my freshman year. A bunch of the people on my floor said, Francesca's too hard to say. We need a nickname. We need something. So they would give little things a try. They tried Fran Cakes, Franberry, Franny Pack, all these things. And the one night, I was bonging a beer, impressively, and they said, oh my gosh, she's the Franimal.
That's the best.
And then I said, yeah, I don't know, I don't want to be that person, But I'm a party animal. I love to have a good time. Even if I'm not drinking, I love to have a good time and just yap on with anyone.
It runs in the family.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah. So, and then the 412 just tacked on made sense with Pittsburgh, so.
Yeah, I think Sarah, when we first started dating, Greg Herbster, my buddy, I was like, I really don't have a nickname. We just always did last names. Like, he's Kenna, I'm Ferrani,
Yeah.
Just how that's how our world worked back then. Everybody just got a last name. And Greg was like, what do you mean? We call you Keg Finishing Joe Ferrani. And I'm like, what? I never heard that one before. But yeah, that's...
Or we don't call it to your face.
Yeah.
Generationally, though, like our grandparents, they had like great nicknames for everybody, like Hay Moons and Zickety Dog. Like, it was just crazy, these names, like like who would take to call someone Beans? But they all had stories, And then we laxed a generation with us. We were like, yeah, we're not original.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because people at my day job even will like hit me on a call. They'll be like, oh, okay, Franimal, what do you got going on this weekend? Like, they'll literally just call me Franimal. They love that I'm the one who keeps everyone young, even though I'm 30. I don't have a family and kids. Everyone does. I'm out here just, I got this social event, going to the Pirates game, birthday here, dinner at, this expensive restaurant. People, that's a random, any day of the week, I'm down to go get like $150 dinner. And is that a toxic trait? Perhaps, but see it as you will.
Yeah, but you're going to post about it, and it's going to be a write-off because you're going to...
You know that.
We had Pittsburgh food dude.
Yeah.
So we had him on. And these two were like going on about restaurants like you could probably do. And I'm like, yeah, man, I just really like the Village Inn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the Inns of me, dude. I don't get out much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, local Michael A's hometown. Yeah. That's been something that's kind of got reinvigorated, and people are really excited about that. I heard about it back whenever I was younger. That's where my parents would go for their anniversary. That was the, like the nice night out. So it's cool to see that kind of thing come full circle too, and see people in the food scene highlighting something that was so special to my family, or seeing that Oakmont Tavern, rebrand of Vinny's, get that makeover, and knowing that's where my parents met.
Yeah,
I've been to a bar that my parents met at. That's crazy.
It's funny because my kids can say the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was probably when your parents met there, it was probably called Vinny's then.
It was, yeah. Back OG. My dad was like, it was just the one bar in the middle, none of that extra space, no rooftop.
And funny enough, before it was Vinny's, it was Matt's, and it was in our family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Blit and them, they all had a stake in it. So there was Ferrani ownership of Matt's bar back before Vinny's. Yeah, you have to ask your dad. He'll give you all the details. There's like this thing where like there was a Ruth involved, and the goddamn Ruth sold it out from underneath them, like it was family business, things like that. But yeah, I mean, there used to be like, I've heard stories where there used to be a light bulb at Matt's that was like connected to the fire whistle, so like the firemen knew when to go.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like, we have all those old school pictures,
Yeah.
and it's just like wild to see, it went to the Oakmont Tavern, it was such a 90s thing. And then when it comes back to Vinny's, it's more of it takes ownership of the town again.
Yeah.
Because even though it was the Oakmont Tavern, it was kind of like, it had some dark days there.
Yeah.
Especially when I wasn't allowed in. Yeah.
Well, that's why he bought it.
Yeah, so I could
so that we could
took
waive
a lot of money, had to pull a lot of strings.
I had to pull some strings. John bought it so that you could get back in.
Yeah, and it's nice because like I said, me and Sarah, we met there. So after a Steeler game, and I think she tells me I was wearing Zuba pants. And had a mullet, but I think she was drunk and exaggerates.
Yeah. But that's why, I don't know if you ever noticed on the sign, but the sign around it says Oakmont's original watering hole.
Oh, no, I didn't notice that.
Vinny's Tavern.
I love that. Oh.
It's like full circle. The Steelers were so important to me at that point in my life that I was actually thrown out of a Steeler game and a Permane Brothers that night.
Yeah.
and then met Sarah.
That's the story that you want as a Yinzer.
And then
you know?
got thrown out of Oakmont Tavern.
No, not that night. That was weeks later.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, but it's like those are the kinds of stories that I honestly find them so charming. A girl that I know, she met her husband. They have 2 kids now. They met at McFadden's. I'm like, yeah, you did. I love that. Like, let's go.
I did the worm, I think, at McFadden's one time, and like bit my lip and hit my face pretty hard.
The amount of times I've just been prancing around on that McFadden's bar, it's like when you were young, you were fresh out of college, you had your snow boots on, you were untouchable. I'm on that bar, you know.
The Franimals out in action.
Yeah. The one game we went to, it was actually the Steelers playoff game against the Jags, and it was home, but it was freezing. And I was like, I'm not going to this game. It's way too cold. We went to McFadden's, and they did a bucket special for Bud Light, 5 Bud Lights, I think, for $15. They ran out of Bud Light. They literally ran out of Bud Light for like 2 hours, had to start giving Bud Heavy and Bud Light Limes for the same special. Then that was right when the Dilly Dilly commercial came out. They bring a whole pallet in, everyone's Dilly Dilly, Dilly Dilly, you know. Bud Light's back, Bud Light's back. I just think, and I am like, wow.
Yeah.
That was a specific memory.
Core memory.
Yeah.
And then that game, they got throttled. The Steelers, they came back, but they let up like 54 points.
I was hysterical, bawling my eyes out. We had the next day off, I think it was MLK Day. So we're, you know, just pounding them down at Tequila Cowboy, mascara down my face, down my like white numbers on my jersey. I'm a mess. I'm like, I don't even want to be here, you know. But then you just get to the point where, you know, we're all depressed together, so let's just drink.
Well, I think it's a rule, though, that when a girl leaves Tequila Cowboy, they're supposed to be crying.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No matter what the scenario.
Yeah, I think they typically, that's the case.
Yeah, it's funny like how you say a game, and you know now I'm 42 and I have kids, but you say a game and I'm like, I know exactly where I was.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
That I had the cleaners then, and that was like an initiation of business ownership because there are no days off.
Yeah.
So like I took that game very hard and very heavy with a bottle of Jameson Caskmate, and I was at the cleaners at 3 o'clock in the morning to work because that's what, when I first bought the cleaners, that's what we did. And our store on McKnight Road was a straight through, so you could see front window to the back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta find a place, dude. Like, I gotta lay it down. Like I'm bad.
Yeah.
So I had to climb up in the shirt unit and like cuddle her down with the hot plate to get like another 15, 20 minutes.
Oh.
And I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning to customers like, and everybody was the same way though.
Yeah.
That's Pittsburgh. Everybody was miserable, pissed off, and hungover.
Yeah.
Like anybody up at 6 o'clock in the morning was pissed off.
So when they saw you climb out of the shirt, they're like, I feel you, bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like-
You got my cleaning, though?
Yeah.
You got my shirts?
No words were spoken. I'm just, yeah. It was, that was rough. That was a rough one there.
Yeah.
You know, and you all, like I said earlier, you always think like, I'm not gonna let this shit affect me. Like I got shit to do. Like and then the TV, I'm like, pause the game, I'll be home in 20 minutes. And like, I'm like, no. When he's like, I'm like, dude, you said you didn't care 15 seconds ago.
Yeah.
As soon as the pigskins kicked off, it's like, nothing else matters.
Oh yeah, for the Ireland game this past year, I wanted to go to the game. My sister and I were going to go, and we were in the Ticketmaster queue, and we couldn't get tickets, so we were like, yeah, let's just not even go to Ireland because we don't want to go there and then be mad that we can't go to the game, whatever. We'll just throw a party. I had a TV upstairs and downstairs and on the porch. We had like 4 viewing stations. I'm like, everyone, we're taking shots. We got Jameson. We were like full St. Patrick's Day mode for this Steelers-Ireland game. And I just, thank God we won. Because I can't even imagine the state I would have been in. I mean, we still drank all day anyway, but I'm like, if we would have lost, it would have been sad drinking.
5 o'clock was a reality check. Like, it's 5 o'clock, dude. Like you have had 15 Guinnesses,
Yeah.
15 icy lights.
Yeah.
I was making black and tans at Sip. It was a mess, dude. And Sarah's like, you need to chill out. I'm like, chill out. I need to go to bed.
Yeah, that 7 a.m. wake up to like get all the, crock pots going. I did a whole little brunch spread, and man, that was a day. But always good whenever we can pull a win out of one of those days. So at least the hangover isn't too bad.
Do you have a core Steeler memory? Don't be a tax man. You can be honest. I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I mean, probably like Super Bowls and when we were in college was pretty epic.
No, I just
like bitching about them.
Yeah.
You'll be the first one on Facebook bitching about the quarterback.
The Facebook comments.
Keeps it close to the vest.
Mm-hmm.
What's weird now is like I've had the opportunity to meet some of these guys like in a business setting, and it's like you just got to turn it off, dude, because like there's some things I'd love to say to some of them, especially like after a disappointing loss, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
See, my gripe isn't typically, my biggest gripe isn't typically with the players I mean, I had some frustrations. I had some pretty vocal frustrations last year with the coaching staff, but my biggest gripe is when you go to the games, and I don't even typically like going to other people's houses to watch the games because of all the people that watch the games that don't know anything about football.
Miss me with that, man. I hate that. Whenever I was just saying the other day, one of my it's my favorite and least favorite thing is whenever I'm watching a game at a bar. I don't watch Steelers games at bars. I host people at my house, and I need to be in my space or I'll be at the game. But if I go to the bar and I'm watching another game, you know, on Thursday night or whatever, and you'll hear people talking and whatever, and some guy will spit out a take that you know is like word for word a tweet that Adam Schefter put out. And they think they are so high and mighty. And I'm just like, dude, you don't need to tell me that because I read it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, we just read that. But, you know, the people will be yelling about a call or yelling about like, that was pass interference. And I'm like, no, it wasn't pass interference. And
sometimes
that was
you
not,
just gotta be like, that was pretty bad.
That wasn't holding. That wasn't like, dude, you don't know anything about this sport. Like you're just yelling because you're a yinzer.
Yeah.
And you're obviously biased. Can you please shut up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that same dude bitches when Paul Skeens throws a ball. He's like, "What's he doing? He sucks."
Yeah.
You know, but I've had the opportunity to watch baseball games with people that are pretty proficient in baseball, and like it's fun to watch someone like I have a buddy we have a kid that we went to high school with that was drafted. I mean, he wasn't ever going to make it to the MLB, maybe, but he didn't. And to watch a game with him, and he's like, "Dude, watch this next 3-pitch series. He's going to go inside high, and then rack them with a slider low. And then you watch it happen, and it's like, wow, dude, like baseball's an art form. You know, like it really, like this guy, it might not be this at bat. Like he'll get up 2-1 and then throw this junky ass pitch. And you're like, well, why did he do that? And then 3 innings later, he throws that junky ass pitch for a strike, and the batter's like, fuck, you got me. So it's like sports in that regard.
I love that about all sports because there's a science to what they're doing.
And I used to think Matt
sports.
Canada was like setting that up for the over
But he
the
never
top.
got
But
that.
then he never went over the top. I'm like, dude, it's 4th in game. And you're throwing a swing pass to 36 from the practice squad.
It's 3rd and 30, and you just threw to the line of scrimmage, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we had a high school football coach that would run a sprint draw right on 4th and 82. Joe Falsetti on Comcast 3 would say, it's 4th and 2 Verona. Jake Kappa, you better believe it, he's running the football.
Yeah.
So, and it's an art form, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I know sports, but like I said, football is the one I know the most about. Like, I would never be able to figure out a pitch series ever.
I never looked at the game like that until I was later in life.
Now I love that. I'm totally gonna pay a lot more attention to that now.
It's like it's weird.
Yeah. A friend of mine he signed up to be a ref and for football just to get involved in something. And
Was it a guest of the show? 'Cause we had a ref on the show, remember?
No, a friend of his actually suggested to do it. So he started doing it, just kind of getting involved with high school.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then he started doing some other organizations, and now most recently he's starting to do some like Division III college, and now he's actually starting to do a little bit. He's actually starting to get signed up with some of the Division I conferences.
Wow.
Fun.
Yeah.
I always wonder how people get into that. You know, you hear of, your top refs from stuff and
COVID in a bonfire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like, how do you even do that?
when he started the process, and he's shown me like the books and the stuff that he's like, dude, the crazy thing about football, he's like, we watch the sports, and it's funny because he grew up with my little brother, so I've known this kid since he was little, like tiny. We grew up, so he's become like one of my best friends. And so every time we watch a Steeler game or a Pitt game, we end up in a group text, me and my brother and him.
Yeah.
So we're always going back and forth, like, what does he do? What are we doing? Like, what's going on? It's like the three of us commentary back and forth. But he's like, we think we know about football. We don't know shit about football. And then he said, he'll send us a picture of this binder with like highlights and flags. He's like, we don't know shit. Like, there are so many rules and everything. And he's reffing these games. And then the one night he sent me a text. He's like, hey, send us a text, me and my brother. He's like, all right, quiz. And he sent us this situation. He's like, what's the result of that play? And I'm like, so I sent him what I thought. And he's like, close. And he sent me what it actually was. And I was like, man, like, and he's like, the crazy thing is that these refs, like, you have to be, you have a split second to react, and you better not fuck it up.
Yeah.
Because if you mess up, you're going to have the stands on your ass. You're going to have that team on your ass. You're going to, you could lose. And then if you finally make it to Division I, and then you mess up, you're back to high school. Like that.
Yeah.
Well, that was like the Immaculate Reception, right? The guy, if that was a road game, that's called off.
Right.
But they said that he went into the dugout phone because there was no instant replay.
Yeah.
And people think that he was calling New York for like a ruling. It doesn't matter. Whatever was rolled on the field was rolled on the field. What he supposedly said was, how much security do you have to get me the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
And they said not enough. Yeah. And then he come out and was like, touchdown. Like, see ya.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think every single year between all the games, there's somehow every year I watch football, there's one rule that I'm like, what is that?
How is that a rule?
I've never heard of that.
Right.
Yeah, so ask Caleb Johnson. Yeah. He spent the whole year on a bench because he didn't know a rule. He just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah, there's just so much. There's so much that there's so many rules that these guys have to be able to know them and understand them.
Ones too,
they have to be able to react so fast.
right, last weekend, even in like any sports like that. So last weekend in the golf in Valero, the guy, that was BMAC was coming down and he shanks one on 18. And the announcers were like, he's going to get a drop because of the stands. And then it's walk down, it's muddy. He needs to find water, like a puddle of water, so that way he would get more of a relief.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He had to drop it in the mud because the guys on TV knew.
Yeah.
But like he didn't know that trick. Like if you could find like a soppy, wet sod, they won't make you drop there. You get more relief. So then he had to hit this crazy shot. He didn't.
Yeah.
He got it on the green, but he didn't win.
Yeah.
So he's my sleeper pick for the Masters this week. He's gonna shoot low one round. Brian McIntyre. Yeah, that's it. Brandon McIntyre. I just call him B-Mac because he's Scottish and whatever.
Yeah.
But he has this weird way at Augusta to just fire low scores.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's rules and like everything,
Yeah.
So how do you circumvent the rules? Like, you don't have to, like, have you ever had any run-ins with Facebook? How they like take shit off people? You get messages like copyright infringement.
So
and shit?
I will say I have the paid verified version, which is $15 a month. And basically the perk of having that like $15 a month is my profile, I can't change my profile picture unless I revalidate with my driver's license and then a live photo of my face. So it is way more secure, and those are the accounts that Facebook kind of, or Meta in general, just kind of has like in their own bucket that if for whatever reason they would be hacked, they're top priority for them to resolve because you're basically subscribing for this extra security.
Yeah.
I've had a couple times, all the time, anytime I do an ad with alcohol, every single time, there are so many stupid things. You have to have hashtag add 21 plus. You have to remove certain countries where alcohol is illegal. You have to, all these restrictions on the back end. And that is a pain, which I'm so glad I don't have like an alcohol or a cocktail specific account, because that would be a nightmare. But honestly, I really don't have too much trouble, because I've noticed a lot of the times brands will just say off the bat, don't even bother with licensed music, just royalty-free music only, or your voiceover, because it has such a higher chance of getting taken down. And even my woman cave, I had Styx Renegade over top of it. Well, Styx apparently said, we don't want this on Meta anymore. They ripped the track, and now I can't replace it, or else it'll completely wipe my voiceover forever. So if Styx one day puts it back on Instagram, it'll restore, but I don't want to wipe the audio that I had recorded over it. So right now it just has no sound. So that's a pain for sure, but it's, up to the artists and if they want their music there. I know for a while, it's like the whole, does an artist want to be on Apple Music or Spotify, or do they have qualms with that, or it?
Yeah, I didn't even think that was real. He did some music for our intro at one point, and I think we got a thing from Sony Music that said, Nate, you can verify that. Was it Sony Music? Oh, we got scammed.
Yeah. Well, it's like there's always
we're
something.
Not making any money. On top of that, they want to scam the poor guy. You know what I mean?
Well, it's crazy because it's like, I'll get like an invoice from Meta for, my booming $6 a month or something that I get from views. It's like, oh, $6.86 this month. Woo! I'm about to buy half of a coffee. But those kinds of emails are for sure definitely ones that people replicate in phishing schemes. So I don't even click on the invoice anymore. I'm like, okay, if $7 goes into my bank account, I'm not asking any questions, but I'm not clicking any links because it is crazy how people get targeted like that. I mean, I not only, but I have 13,000 followers. I'm not someone who, if they're going to go after someone, it's going to be someone who is probably primarily their main source of income. So
yeah, we had gotten a letter from the Turnpike for tolls, and then Sarah got a text message from the Turnpike for tolls, and I'm like, you tried to pay it, didn't you? She's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's so funny. My mom she'll send us, is this real? This seems legit. And it's like, your $700 Apple purchase is declined. And I'm like, well, did you try to buy something from Apple for $700? Don't click on it.
Yeah. There's so much of that.
Oh, yeah. But thankfully I'm pretty clean cut with a lot of the stuff. I don't use too much, licensed music. So.
Yeah, because I mean, there's so many warnings throughout the process of posting that you kind of shouldn't. But
oh yeah,
I'm sure that they're always everybody's looking for a way to scam somebody,
Yeah. So you primarily Instagram, Facebook as well?
Yeah, I've had Facebook for my boomer girlies and my Gen X. My mom, I think that's what she is. So her friends and my aunt and her friends, they all love getting. Mary Ann loves commenting. She's always on my Facebook commenting stuff. Our cousin, and Facebook's a great way to reach that older audience that Instagram's a little too fast-paced for them. A little, it's here, it's gone. It's trying to find profiles. It's a little more difficult. And so I just kind of cross-post to Facebook. So I have like 700 some followers, like very low volume, but it's good, because I have people that actually care. Whenever I go to a family event, they'll say, I saw you went here. That's amazing. It's a good conversation topic. And I have a TikTok as well. TikTok, I'm just like, I cannot invest too much time in that because who knows? It's here today, it's gone tomorrow, it's this, it's that, who owns it? I don't know. So a lot of people say that's where a lot of the money is on TikTok. But Instagram is gonna be my tried and true. That's where most of the small businesses I work with, because you think about small businesses, it's hard enough for them to run an Instagram and a Facebook account. At least if they have that, they can cross-post to both apps at once.
Right.
But trying to get a TikTok involved, it's like Joe Schmo's candles down the street. Like, he can't be running all that. So most of them are on Instagram. So that's where I primarily post.
Do you do anything on YouTube?
I need to, because YouTube is definitely a spot that there's a lot of opportunity. Because I'm not personally a YouTube user. Like, I don't ever scroll through YouTube. But people who are on YouTube, and they are loyal to YouTube. I have a friend who has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and that's how he blew up. He does, TikTok conferences. He gets to meet all these awesome people in sports, and it's really cool, but a lot of it grew out of YouTube. And now that YouTube has the YouTube Shorts, which is like their TikTok, their Reels, that's something that I definitely do need to get involved in. My day job, I do digital marketing, so that's actually something we've been talking to some of our clients about is, YouTube Shorts, that's an opportunity for you guys to get involved in front of a new audience.
We just opened the YouTube account for Wash, and I have one subscriber.
Oh, we're about to have two after this.
It's my daughter. Reese was the first one.
I love that.
But I didn't realize how easy it was to post to those shorts. It's almost like you just do your thing in edits.
Yeah.
Post it on there, and you probably have better, if you're looking for views and viralness, you have better chances on YouTube because their algorithm, the algorithm is what you're fighting the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different, YouTube's more of a search engine than even a social media platform.
Right.
Yeah.
So YouTube, because it's owned by Google, it's people are searching things on YouTube. So they're not necessarily just sitting there scrolling. So when you're titling it, you're trying to title it for searchable. So
right.
Well, it's so interesting to see like how everything is transitioning from one to the other, and how Pinterest and TikTok have search programs on the back end now, where a lot of people, if they're going to a new city, what's the best restaurant in Paris? Obviously, you could Google that and get a lot of results, but seeing a girl in Paris twirling her little spaghetti or whatever, that's something that's going to sell you. So a lot of people are going to those social media platforms for search now.
Yeah, I think Google's kind of run its course. I mean, not to say they're going to go away today, but our kids will not use Google to find a local restaurant.
Well, and it's the AI overview now is something that is so big that you need to make sure not only your paid ads are all in line, but your SEO, because those AI overviews are pulling from the BuzzFeeds, the Billboard.com, all these conglomerates that are just kind of collectives of different businesses. So you want to make sure you're working with your PR team, you're working with your SEO, so that everything's matching out for this AI overview, because a lot of people aren't even scrolling past that to click on other things now. They're getting the answers they need right in that overview. Correct,
yeah. We've talked about that. Obviously your company that you work for is a large company, and we've talked about it. It's going to change the way business operates. Like, I don't care. Think about Yelp, right? Yelp used to be the live all, be all, but now nobody cares what's on Yelp. Nobody has good reviews on Yelp.
My roommate loves Yelp, I will say. She lives and dies by the Yelp photos.
She also doesn't want Steeler gear in your kitchen, So let's not take the credit there,
True.
But Yelp's the hardest nut to crack as far as getting good reviews, because even if you get reviews, they post those ones back because they wait, because they have people to call you all the time. Hey, you want to advertise on Yelp? So they're holding back good reviews to give you a lower rating. So when you get that phone call, you jump on that opportunity. And I've spent money with Yelp, unfortunately not with Google, and Yelp screwed me. I mean, they didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I actually deleted the Yelp app from my phone the other day because I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, it's just archaic. But they're like actually making moves into AI.
Yeah?
They're buying AI companies. Like, they're still relevant, but their platform sucks.
Yeah, well, and
every time I go on there, I
too.
find sandwich shops in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in San Francisco, fucker.
I know. Well, and you get the Karens that, just want to complain to whoever's going to listen. And unfortunately, there is a lot of that on Yelp. So.
Yeah. Well, leave it on Yelp.
Yeah.
If you want to know about me, go to my Instagram page. I'll tell you all about me. I'm the best of the best. You know what I mean? So. All right. Any other shout outs you want to give before we end this here?
How about what's your Instagram? Tell everybody how to follow you.
Oh, yeah. The 412 for Animal. You got to make sure you put the word the. I know a lot of people do not. They just type in 412 first. The 412 for Animal, spelled like animal with an FR at the beginning. I'm always posting all the sports content, a lot of bar content, a lot of food content. Really just bebopping around, having a good time.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. I mean, especially if you have kids and you don't get out much.
Yeah.
Because date nights are like a priority. Like, if you get a date night, you want to have a good night, right? So follow someone like the For Animal here.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I'll go there because it's awesome.
Yeah.
And She's going to tell you what's up with the draft.
Yeah, you gotta follow for the draft.
Yeah, the draft stuff is coming in hot.
There's like 3 people that know about the draft right now. It's the Ferrante, Sophie Masloff, and Corey O'Connor. Other than that,
That's it.
you gotta figure it out. So, well, this is great. I'm glad to
Yeah,
have you
oh
on.
my
Thanks for
gosh,
coming
I'm so
out.
excited we finally got to make this happen.
And we talked about we're doing on-site, so maybe we'll come down for a Steeler game in the woman cave. We'll do it on-site.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
We'll have
get some-
$84,000 worth of audio and visual equipment there. Truck outside, NBC Sports. So, but yeah, this was great.
Yeah,
It's,
thank you guys so much.
right,
Thanks for
you.
coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Between Two Bridges, a business-to-business podcast. Find and follow us on your preferred podcast streaming platform. Join us socially on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Visit our website for links to all the businesses we've showcased, additional content, and merch. If you or someone you know would like to be on the show, email us at info@betweentwobridgespodcast.com. Till next time, make it till you rake it.
Happy Sunday. We are here to break down the NFL draft events that have been announced. I know there's been a lot, and we haven't even seen everything that's going to happen be announced yet, but a lot was announced last week, so we're going to talk through some of the details. First off, we definitely need to talk about NFL sanctioned events. Obviously, they're the hosts. To know what is going on from the NFL, NFL One Pass in the App Store. Register right in the app for the NFL draft. It's free. You just click how many days you're going. That will be your key to anything that's going on with the draft with NFL activation. That will all have information in the One Pass app. It looks like this. That will be your go-to to getting into any of the NFL areas. I wanted to talk about the 3 artists that were announced, Nelly, Steve Aoki, and 2 Chainz. A lot of people are confused about the fact that they are each performing 2 shows. All 3 of them are going to be performing at Shorty's, and then they also will be performing at the new venue that is down in the North Shore called the Plaza at North Shore. It's right across from PNC Park. They both will be hosting these 3 artists at different times on different dates. I know you have to get tickets for them, so make sure you're getting tickets for the correct one. The day before the draft, Wednesday, April 22nd, that is when Nelly will be at Plaza at 6 p.m. So this is a 6 p.m. show, Nelly, Wednesday. For Shorty's, he's actually not performing until the next day, that night, on April 23rd, Thursday. Then Steve Aoki, that's the one I'm personally most excited for. Steve Aoki is going to be doing a nighttime show at Shorty's the night before the draft, that Wednesday. Then Thursday, he's actually doing a daytime activity leading up to the actual kickoff of the draft. That will be at noon at Plaza. That's when Steve Aoki is performing there. And lastly is 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz will be performing Friday night at Shorty's. And then Saturday, that is when he will be performing at Plaza. That is the outdoor venue. I know this is very confusing, but there's 6 different events, 6 different tickets. Make sure you buy the Shorty's tickets off the link in their bio. Make sure you buy the Plaza tickets off the link in the Plaza's bio. I'll link both of them in the caption so you know where to go to find these tickets. Another party that was announced is Cam Hayward's draft day party at Tequila Cowboy. This is going to be the day of the draft, Thursday, April 23rd from 3 p.m. till midnight. Cam Hayward will be hosting that at Tequila Cowboy, and I will link the tickets in my bio for that as well. There's going to be a lot more coming. If you want to stay up to date with some other things, my friend created a website, pghdraftweek.com. So go ahead and check that out. My friend Bernasia, she created this cute little website with a bunch of activities and the information for them. Check out what other events are happening. We're going to get through this, guys. I know it's chaotic right now, but we just got to really get our calendars together. We are only 25 days away from the draft, and I cannot wait.